When my great-grandfather George Vanderbilt moved to Asheville, what attracted him here, and certainly is my love of Western North Carolina, it's the people, it's the natural beauty, it's the sensitivity to the environment.
The family's original interest here as far as commerce was back in the days of the Biltmore Forestry School. When the property was put together, they had this tremendous acreage of over 100,000 acres, and the idea of accumulating that was to be able to put into practice good forestry.
It all plays into the thought process of leaving Western North Carolina in a better state than you first found it. And that's what I believe was his thought process when he started the forestry school, Biltmore Industries, wanting to give back.
It's just natural love of this gorgeous area. That's what pleases me so much with the Ramble. This preserves the natural beauty of this area and hopefully in some occasions improves upon it a little bit by some judicious planting.
The Ramble is a unique piece of property, also in a very special location.
It's so nice to be able to just go about a quarter of a mile out of the entrance to the Ramble and get on the parkway.
To me, the Blue Ridge Parkway is sort of like a ribbon that's intertwined amongst the peaks of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
You're here and you could be out in the mountains and then 5 minutes later you can be downtown.
That really is the beauty of this community. We can get to Biltmore Park Town Square without a single traffic light and it's a scenic ride.
That's got all the modern day conveniences just beautifully done and beautifully developed.
We feel that Biltmore Park is downtown Asheville South. There are some wonderful restaurants there. We love having the Barnes & Noble there. Great shopping.
There's a movie theater and there's a lot of nice restaurants. It's cool. It's really cool.
You can go to so many different outlets there that are a wonderful convenience for us.
The tradition of good architecture and good landscaping is a way that we can pay tribute to our ancestors. And we try to encourage architecture of many different styles and tastes.
You can buy a lot and build a house that you like, help design it, put yourself really into it. And most of the people out here have done that.
It's a copy of an English cottage in Devonshire, and it was something I've always dreamt about. This is like a dream come true.
And everything we've tried to do is to put natural plants in that are native to this area.
Beautiful landscaping inside a gated, safe place for our boys to play. We were like, that is exactly where we want our children to grow up.
We drove through this neighborhood one time and we fell so much in love with it that we bought a house before we left the gate.
As we looked around Asheville, we saw the beauty of the Ramble and said, that's the place we want to be now. Which house do we want?
The Living Well Center is all about health and wellness.
I'm a runner. I like to swim. I like to bike.
The feeling that you get here in the Wellness Center just puts you in a different state of mind when you exercise.
The Living Well Center is so open and bright. Just a wonderful atmosphere, very uplifting to be there.
There's an outdoor saline pool, a workout facility, and a yoga studio, and there's spin classes held there 3 times a week.
There's free weights, dumbbells, cable machines, as well as stretching machines, and plenty of cardio equipment, treadmills, elliptical machines.
We also have many social events there.
There's a large gathering space up top with an enormous rock fireplace.
And we all sit around the fireplace there and have a glass of wine, and people bring some food, and it's just a great way to enjoy your neighbors and other people here in the Ramble.
When my great-grandfather George Vanderbilt designed and built the Biltmore House in the surrounding grounds, he hired Frederick Law Olmsted, and Olmsted was arguably the grandfather of American landscape architecture. He wanted to find ways to draw people into an opportunity that they would bump into each other, that they'd be connected to each other.
In the UK, we have rambling clubs. It's a kind of milder form of hiking. People go out together and rambling around the countryside.
Yeah, the Ramble's the best. Everybody's outside playing, interacting with people.
When you go through the Ramble, you'll see a series of pocket parks, and you come in the front gate, and there's Crescent Park, and then there's Long Meadow Park, and then there's here around Buck Springs Cabin, and then there's another park at Living World Center, and then there's another park at Overlook Park. And the idea was that these would all be connected by a series of greenway trails.
I love, at the end of the day, getting out and going on those trails and being surrounded by nature. It's one of my greatest joys.